What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Town Biz. I knew it. You know what? If you kick back and just wait things out, you're going to see what type of reaction, what type of response you're going to get to certain subject matter. And I was proven right once again. And I've talked about this on several occasions, the double standard that goes on with not only people, public people, and media perception. They pick up stories what they think is going to attract a lot of views and attention, and anything concerning us, especially if it's on the negative end, attracts a lot of attention and views because everybody got an opinion on black people, good, bad, or mid. They got something to say. Now I kicked back for a week and seen was this story going to break, nationwide? Was there going to be public outcry, and was everybody going to have these panels talking about, morals and standards and how you shouldn't do this? And to no avail, or should I say to no surprise, this story got next to no waves. Didn't make not too many waves. Media turned a blind eye to this. And you know what I'm talking about. In case you guys don't know, New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel is under fire for basically the picture pretty much is self-explanatory. He tried to lie about not having an inappropriate relationship with Diana Rossini. She appears to have resigned from her current media job that she resigned. They both denied it, but then basically this picture, for the thumbnail is very telling, and people that are just friends don't get that cozy. And keep in mind, both of these people are married. And if I'm Diana Rossini's husband, I'm getting a DNA test to see if those kids belong to me. And I don't give a damn if people say, "Well, she just might have had one." You know what I find funny? Just a few years ago, just a few years ago, Emmy Udoka's name was dragged through the mud. They had all these discussions about an inappropriate affair that he had with somebody who was the wife of somebody in the Boston Celtics organization. And Malika, Andrews had a whole bunch to say, and anybody that tried to say, "Hey, this is," you know, where they were just trying to demonize Udoka like he just took the pussy, which he didn't. Basically, the lady was a whore, but they wanted to exclude her from any type of accountability. They wanted to put this all on Udoka, like he just was some kind of, you would think he was with a minor the way they ran his name through the mud. But then here it is. And funny thing is, this is in the Boston area, or it has ties to the Boston area. But you didn't see nobody talk about him hardly. Now they gonna talk about it now because they getting called out by people like me and Two Raw 7A Sports TV and Black Media. Fuck you too. Every time I look around, y'all want to talk about Clarissa Shields and Papoose and Remy Ma and you know Clarissa Shields shouldn't be having a relationship with a married man and all that kind of stuff. Papoose is separated from Remy Ma. This man is supposed to be happily married. This man is, as TLC once said, he's creeping, and she's creeping too. Boy, Candy, thank you, Candy, from Escape, Candy Burrows. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, on their third album, they had a song called "You're My Little Secret," and basically it's talking about women that get they swerve on that creep. And Candy said the most infamous line, or she sung the most infamous line bar that I ever heard in the song. She said, "Everybody cheats." That ain't all the way true, but then when I heard her say that, that really opened my eyes. and then Mace and then Mace would come out with a song. Well, he never released it as a single, but he gave you a hint in looking at me, when he was basically saying, he got a girl and the girl still looking at him. And then he had a song called Cheat on You. And he basically said, if you don't think your woman to cheat on you, you a damn fool. So this kills this whole misconception about sugar and spice and everything nice and that a woman won't ever step. It's like, man, if y'all don't get y'all asses out of here. Now, apparently they were seeing that some, I don't know. Stories are a little, everybody got a different version about what happened, but they supposed to have been singing at the I think at a adult sauna or some shit. I don't know. But they were seen, being a little cozy. And I guess they didn't think somebody recognized them or something, but they recognized them. And, they're saying that uh, Mike Vrabel won't be removed from his job. I don't think he has to be removed, but, it's an embarrassing moment. But, you know, I just think the media need to share the same energy that they had for, Udoka. And then, like I said, black media, once again, fuck you too. Every time I look around, y'all making some goddamn video about Diddy, and then you got a bunch of these worth hating ass goofball women who all of a sudden became Clarissa Shield haters over the whole thing with Layla Ali, and they don't even follow boxing. That just goes to show you how dingbat and silly some of these bitches is on YouTube. They just woke up in the morning. Oh, we just don't like Clarissa Shield. If they knew what type of person, because Layla Ali ain't no saint. And that's fact. And I'm just gonna keep it 100. Layla Ali wasn't shit as a fighter. That lady specialized in fighting the soccer mom, and she was bigger than mostly everybody she fought. She didn't fight nobody. Nobody gave a fuck about Layla Ali when she was a fighter. Real talk. I'm just keeping it. I'm just keeping it 100. And she wasn't nowhere to be found when they had that hearing to speak on the Muhammad Ali Act and why they shouldn't change it and why they shouldn't revive it. She was nowhere to be found. So, it is what it is. But yeah, don't everybody speak at once. Where everybody at? Like I said, this was a hot topic with Udoka. Everybody was happy. Everybody had something to say. What's up, Clint? Everybody has something to say. Now, hey, where they at now? Where black media at? Every time you look around, they got some damn video about Diddy. Like once again, they got every time you look around, they got a video about Diddy, or they got a video about Clarissa Shields and Papoose, and like I said, here it is, two married people that's married to different people. They got caught creeping around. Now, me myself, I wouldn't give a damn about it. But since everybody has something to say about Udoka, so now I'm on it. And Rob Parker, he was the only one that covered this story really. And they was trying to, and that's the thing, they didn't have no problem. They didn't have no problem running Udoka's name through the mud. But they tried to save Vrabel. They tried to save his ass. They tried to save his snowman ass. They really did. They literally tried to save his snowman ass and his bistress, his bistress. So real talk. Like I said, I wouldn't even have cared. But I'm just saying, I just remember a few years ago, ran Udoka's name through the mud. They made it look like he was some kind of predator. They made him look like he was like engaged in inappropriate acts with a minor. There was they was more upset about what he did than what Josh Giddey was doing. And Josh Giddey was literally, you know what I'm saying? He was literally, you know what I'm saying? For real. But they couldn't get nobody to speak on him because he paid them off, and probably the NBA paid them off, so they couldn't get nobody to speak. Of course, you hear nothing but crickets. We all know. Listen, man, we all know the play. Ain't nobody stupid here. Like I said, he was under the protection complexion, plan. But like I said, I'm thinking about y'all remember how Udoka's name got ran through the. They literally made it look like you would have think that this man was some kind of some kind of child predator. They made it look like he took it. Now all of a sudden everybody like, well, that ain't really none of our business. That ain't really none of our business. But it was your business when Tiger Woods got caught creeping. You notice how it's a different set of circumstances depending on how the person look. And Tiger Woods can try to come up with this elaborate name to define his lineage. Dude, you black. Nigga, you black. And they proved that you was black. They let you know that they consider you black based off the way they treated you. Yeah, it's crickets. It's not a big deal. This is a private matter. Why are we in their business? Why was y'all in Udoka's business? And then where Malika Andrews at? Because she had a lot to say. Anybody that basically said, well, both of them is at fault. Oh, we're not going to blame women for this. Why not? Why not? She said yes. She opened up her legs. Why ain't she at fault? And that's the problem that I had. The way they were portraying Udoka, like I said, they were making him look like he was some man. They were making it look like he was some kind of deviant or something. And I bet you behind the scenes, I guarantee you that Adam Silver called him and said, man, you better not. And the way they portrayed him, he could have sued them for defamation of character the way he was portrayed. They just literally tried to put, I guarantee you, they told him, man, if you sue or if you say anything about this, we gonna make sure you never get another coaching job ever again. I guarantee you, they told him that. Guarantee you. I guarantee you they told him, you better not say nothing. Because they be doing that kind of stuff. They don't have me fooled. They don't have me fooled at all. Now, yeah, of course they don't want to push the record button. I mean I mean everybody is busted. Like I said, fuck black media too. And you know who you is. Now, if you make a response video, then I'm talking to you. But like I said, I don't hear anybody discussing this. The only people that really just saying anything about this is that's like kind of like that's affiliated with us. That's at least in our you know that's at least in our circle or close to our circle that's tied to us whether we like them or not. Ain't nobody made no videos about this. I wanted to kick back and see how much feedback. I wanted to see, was this gonna make any waves? And I mean, nobody wanted to talk about this, but they may talk about a little bit. But like I said, I don't see Malika Andrews running her big mouth now, because like I said, she had a whole bunch to say about bringing up some stuff that happened with Joe Mazzulla. When he was in college, that he was cleared of any wrongdoing. He was cleared of any wrongdoing. No reason to bring that up. And then she brought up the dude who had got killed, basically trying to intervene in something that didn't have nothing to do with him. I forgot the brother's name, and she brought something that happened with him in college that he was cleared of because they basically thought that the person was lying. But Malika Andrews, she don't have no problem running a black man's name through the mud. And then the thing is, she's been called out for doing that. And then she'll go on somebody's panel or go on somebody's talk show. Oh, I'm hurt by that. I don't understand how somebody could say something like that about me, because you be doing it. That's why. Because you be doing it. You've done it. You've done it several times. We've all seen you do. And that's the part that pisses me off, because you get people that just try to blatantly play stupid in your face and try to insult your intelligence like you don't know what they doing right before your eyes. And they doing it right before your eyes, and they trying to make you feel like you stupid or like you fucking insane. And I'm not neither. I'm not stupid or I'm not insane. Because like I said, she didn't say hardly nothing about Josh Giddey. She ran some quick run by little, they didn't even have a segment. She just did it as just like a quick little rundown. And these people always be trying to play stupid with us. Like we don't be seeing what's going on. I've been doing this for a while now. I've been doing it for a while. So I know how these fools get down. I seen it. Or as, Craig Robinson would say from the Pineapple Express, I see it. I see what they be doing. Nobody gives a rat's ass now. All of a sudden, this is a privacy thing. This is on them. This has nothing to do. Why what happened with Udoka? Why that has something to do with y'all? Why did what happened with Tiger Woods have something to do with y'all? Why y'all so worried about what happened with Tiger Woods? Oh, I know why. Because Tiger Woods was with a white woman. Udoka was with a white woman. Y'all basically tried to take it back to 1865 or something. Y'all tried to do the Mandingo thing with them. So like I said before, here it is. Two married people creeping around on their spouses. Like I said, I don't think Vrabel should be fired. I don't think he should be fired. But I think his name should be dragged through the mud like they did Udoka. I think everybody should have all these panels and discussions on, adultery and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna say this again. I don't give a damn what you doing behind closed doors. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you into. I have no qualms about who you have in your bed. The problem I had was the double standard that they display right before our eyes. And don't come on here talking that, hey, this has nothing to do with color. Bullshit. Bullshit. We gonna continue to play that game too. We gonna continue to sit up here and lie and say that this doesn't have nothing to do with. How can you sit up there and even say? How can you even sit up there and fix your mouth to say that race isn't playing a role in this kind of stuff? Who controls mass media? Them people who wear those small hats. They control mainstream media. So they get to push what type of narratives they want to push out there for the people to see, listen to, and react to. I'm too good at this. I'm just saying. Now all of a sudden, y'all, nobody gives a fuck about what's going on with the New England Patriots coach. That's his business. Oh, okay. Okay. See what I mean, y'all? This shit is laughable. Anyway, just wanted to speak my piece and then lay down for a little bit, but we'll discuss, definitely discuss what happened with Ashley Gonzalez. It appears that she was officially terminated from her job. So the next step is to make sure she never works in law enforcement again. And basically, anybody that's had an encounter with Ashley Gonzalez, they need to go to court. They need to file a lawsuit against the Houston Police Department because she said out of her own mouth that she targeted and intentionally racially profiled Black people. So there you have it.